Hi.
Hi. Wow, an intro.
Yeah, I like that one. We need the, I think we need to get that one clip that, you know how they have that, the guy in Brazil that's on top of the mountain all the time?
Flying off of the top. Yes.
Yes.
Season
Yes.
1. Yes.
Yes, I think we need that. But, okay, so what an episode last night, right?
I had a lot of fun with that episode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break right in to say it because everybody's just gonna go, oh no, not again. Yes, Rachel. If it wasn't for her on the show, I don't know what I would do because she is so entertaining for me. She actually makes the entire episode just breeze right by.
It's irritating to me. It's not entertaining. It's irritating. I watch it despite that.
Yeah, you gotta give her props this week, though. I mean, I'm on Team Kaylani, but you gotta give her props this week. You know,
they're doing well. She's just irritating.
I mean, I don't know if they're doing well, but I just felt they did well last week.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm with you. Not only are they doing well, but she whines just almost like, it's like musical notes, up and down and up and down, and I'm just like, wow.
And you enjoy that.
What's going on?
Yeah. It's definitely nails on a chalkboard for me.
I love Ralph and Vanessa. I just love the way that they all get into it. They're just one big, it's a one big cat fight.
Well, I like the fact that they're very witty. I like their name for Big Baby instead of Big Brother. I love that. I think that's clever. Everything that they do when they get in a fight is witty. It's clever. I like that.
Right.
I think they're very, very entertaining.
That's what I actually like about Vanessa is that she is funny when she's not just saying things just to be like a bitch. Like she's not just like, oh, fuck you.
But she's a bitch. She can pull it off though. She's mean.
But the way she does it is very entertaining. It's just,
right, and she's
quick
that.
and she's fast and she's witty.
You know what?
And
she's all of that, except when she goes after him. When she goes after him, she really is vicious. The rest of the time, you're like, oh, isn't that cute and isn't she witty? But when she really gets mad at him, you're like, oh my God, she's gonna take his head off.
Yeah. She definitely has those definite like daggers on the ends of her fingers.
Well, she still had the best line of the season when she told Rachel that she ought to get her nose before her boobs fixed.
Yeah,
it was a little personal, but still.
It was still funny because you were thinking it.
They were saying that to her all through Big Brother, so it's nothing new for me.
I didn't see Big Brother, so I didn't follow that. This is the first experience for me.
It was only funny.
Everybody likes to pick on her. Everybody likes to pick on her.
Yeah, well,
they talk about her nose and her boobs on Big Brother.
Yep. Yeah. Even worse. They talk about how ugly she is and basically how she shouldn't be allowed on television.
I missed all that.
I think even on Johnny Fairplay's little talk show, web show that he does, he was like, I do not want to see this girl in Playboy.
Was there a chance of that happening?
Playboy too. She's got some big thighs.
Oh,
yes. Gosh. All right.
I just like the fact that she's whining all the way through, and they're actually doing well. To me, that's an oxymoron, and it's entertaining.
Yes. It's kind of a conundrum because it's like she's like whining that they're not winning, and then all of a sudden they kind of like pull it out of their ass, and they're like, boop, there it is. Yeah.
Well, John, you guys had a lot of drama and did pretty well. I don't know if I would call it whining, but there's a little bit controversial and did well.
You're talking about me?
You, John.
Oh yeah. No, Victoria whined all the way through, and I screamed all the way through. Brandon's actually much nicer than I am as a person. If you line up Victoria and you line up Rachel, they probably would complement each other in terms of whining. But he's much nicer, and I was, I screamed all the way through. What can I say? To me, it was like, go, go, go. There's $1 million in your pocket. Don't let Mike Tyson come and take it out of the back of your pocket.
I'm the last to disagree with you on that.
Well, what do you mean?
I said I'm the last to disagree with you on that. I completely understand.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the beginning of the, right away, before they even take off. Is it Bopper or Mark that has something wrong with his knee?
That's
It is
Bopper.
Yeah, and I mean that kind of gets scary because like you can definitely just get kicked out of the race. You know how when everybody comes by and makes sure everybody's healthy and good.
I think that's more of a Survivor thing, though, isn't it? When people get evacuated.
Yeah, they do.
No, not on the
race. Happen every year.
On the race, if your knee hurts and you blow it out, you know they're gonna send you home. You know.
Yeah,
I don't know that there's ever been.
Let you choose.
I'm just curious who's gotten sent home. I can't think who.
I can't. Same thing. I don't think there's ever been a medical.
That's not true. That's not true. It happened.
Name it.
Hold on a second.
He's the encyclopedia of the race.
There's one person that it happened to. Wait a second. It was on season. Wasn't it on your season? The two fat pizza player. Remember the fat pizza player, the people that own the pizza house. And,
who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
Me, my season, we didn't have two fat pizza people.
No, then maybe it was these two guys, two brothers, and they owned a pizza house, and they got eliminated on the spot because he hurt himself and he couldn't go further, and it was a similar thing.
That was early. That was early before your season.
I don't
Wasn't
think
it?
so. No, I think it was someplace
What?
around.
Sorry. That's me.
Nucleus.
Hold on,
Are
sorry.
you screaming?
I don't know what the heck is going on.
You want us to keep talking?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, well, anyway, so they did get eliminated. I'm trying to figure out which season it is.
They got eliminated, Jonathan, because somebody got hurt? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Well, you
remember.
know,
The two pizza brothers. And they were in the
Pizza Brothers.
Well, didn't somebody also pass out at the mat? I thought somebody passed out on a season at the mat.
We had Michael almost had a heat stroke, and then Mel had to get taken away in an ambulance with hypothermia. But still, they got a choice. Like,
that's right.
They weren't going to make him quit. They were
right. Because I know during my season they came around to our rooms to make sure like we were like peeing clear, like that we weren't getting dehydrated, and they made it a point to tell us like, if you're not healthy, we have every right to just take you out of the race.
Really?
No, we never got checked on.
Threats. Us, they were like, please, poison him.
Is that Justin? Did he finally get on?
Yeah, I finally figured it out.
Can I point something out here, because I was saying it before and I really want us all to discuss this. Has there ever been a contestant that has thrown up more on The Amazing Race than this guy Mark? I mean, everywhere he goes, he is throwing up. It's an airplane, it's a train, it's a car, it's in front of people. It's kind of disgusting.
Well, what I want to know is how you could even apply to be on The Amazing Race and have motion sickness. Chronic motion sickness.
That's why they wanted him on there, man.
That's
they
hilarious.
love dysfunction.
Well, nobody told him about
decision.
those. Nobody told him about those those bracelets for motion sickness.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't know about the phenogram.
I don't think there's one time I've ever traveled anywhere in the world that I've actually carried my own barf bags.
I know.
Here's my pet peeve on them, and I know it's going to upset some people, but can we go through an episode? Every single episode, it's like they're poor.
We need this money. We need this money.
And,
Yeah.
and they're just setting them up, man. If they don't win, it's such a setup.
Wait. How about this? Everybody who's ever come from Kentucky has the same story.
That's right.
Remember?
David, Mary.
Wait. Mallory's from Kentucky. Hold on.
That's not the Chiefs, Kentucky.
Queen of,
Whoa. Let's put the brakes on that one. Mallory,
David, Mary.
how's your financial situation?
Mine, not so good. My dad's really good.
You know, I find it contrived. I find it too much and overblown to the point where I don't even care anymore that they're poor. And I hate to say that, but
it's shoved on you every moment.
Right.
It's just shoved on you. It's
they have a right to win because they're poor. That's it.
I can't handle it.
I actually like them better than the other two that were on it. What are the
David and Mary?
Yeah,
and
David and
Stephen
Mary. I didn't like
Linda
David
Cole.
and Mary. And when they got to All Stars, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So,
They got my
They got a house from Rosie O'Donnell, by the way.
What?
But for being on her show. After the race,
Really?
she just took a liking to them. And
Wow.
she built them a house.
Maybe Donald Trump will like these two, Mark and Bob.
They have to. And then he's got him crying every single time at the end. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
You heartless bastard, Lance.
I can do it. I mean, everyone loves these guys.
Lance, I'm on board with you. I'm on board with you. It's just too much. I don't even care anymore. It's like they have a right to win this because they're poor. That's not... something to hang your hat on.
All right. Let's go on to the first roadblock.
I'm surprised that they've actually, where they are, they haven't been eliminated. You got to give them a little credit for making it this far into
Well, wait a minute.
They got 2 passes.
I knew Justin was about to jump in. All right, Justin, what's going on?
Never mind. You know what? You're a heartless bastard. Get rid of them.
Saves at this point. Like that.
Yep. They kept them
That's
around.
a little crazy.
2 perfect saves, yeah.
2 saves.
Yeah.
They've been long, long gone.
That happened in our season, Lance, didn't it?
What?
Well, yeah, there was a couple young ladies that had some lucky things.
Yeah. Okay, so at the Sacred Heart College, they go and they do this Bollywood roadblock, which I think I loved this. I loved the whole dancing and everything, and but I
would like to have known why they kept messing up. In other words, they kept showing the black and white clips, and I kept trying to figure out, okay, us as the audience, I'm trying to figure out where they made the mistake. I would have liked to have little stick figures
that's what the black and
doing it.
Yeah, that's what the black and white was, though. You can see where, because being a dancer, you can see where they would be like a second behind, like everybody would be like this, and then they're over here, or. I did pick up the dance number, by the way, by watching it.
Let's see it.
That roadblock would have been my biggest
nightmare. I'm going to hold that for later.
Oh, me too. I wouldn't have known. That would have been hard.
I couldn't get that song out of my head.
I was actually into this one because I was really looking to see how what kind of sticklers they were going to be about the routine, because this is the same kind of thing that Zev got held up on. And so it was nice to see that they really hung on to Mark and Bopper for as long as they did.
Right.
But what was it? How about the drama towards the end there when he was going to quit because he has kids, and this somehow is jeopardizing his life? That was too much for me.
Obviously,
he felt like he was
I didn't cry about that.
No, he felt like he was going to have a heart attack. Come on.
We get along great,
It seemed
Lance.
like production was going to give him a heart attack.
Okay, so who was it? I think it was Art or JJ. What he says, I feel like a fat Elvis. Can we play the 2 pictures?
And by the way, those guys are annoying to me. I find them to be completely annoying.
And I love them. I love them.
Okay.
Jump. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
You got no rhythm, man.
I felt like a fat Elvis. Do it again, please.
There you go. I see the resemblance. Anybody else?
I would have loved that. Well, I mean, Justin didn't you say dance like Jay-Z, Zev? Come on, like Jay-Z.
I was saying that.
They were like, have you ever seen Zev dance? He said, not sober.
You know who actually...
This was Zev's worst nightmare because it was India and dancing. It was like the 2 things he hates in the most in the world.
Right, it was loud there. It was bugging him. I got you.
You know who actually got through that really fast was Rachel from the military.
She was
Dave
good,
and Rachel.
too.
She was
Really good.
Nailed it.
She looked like she was one of the troops.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, let's give them prompts as a male-female team. They are kicking ass, and you've got it. They're doing everything right. And,
what is that? 5 wins for them now? I mean, what's the record? Like 7 or something?
They did 5. I don't know what the record is. I should probably find that out. But
you know what's really weird is that I think that the record for male-female winning the race is so low that it's usually guy and
we talked about that before. That's true. There's a dynamic between a male and a female that you have to deal with in addition to the race itself. The difference in emotions and the relationship aspect of it, and all that makes it more difficult. Well, 2 females on a team might have that argument, but I think it's more the dynamic between the 2, which we discussed before. Like you could relate to, John, as I could. And Lance.
Because if Ray and I did the race together, we could yell at each other the whole time, and then go to bed at night.
Yeah, we said the same thing last
night. America's going, oh my God, what'd you guys do to your...
Kill each other and get the prize.
But look at Kaylani's season last year.
What about my season?
Well, you had all couples at the end. I mean, I didn't think it was the most deserving final three, by no means, but, you know, you had 3 couples at the end.
I definitely thought we should have won.
On this season, for sure. I mean, but my dad said, like, my dad cannot dance at all. He would have been like, Zev, to do that, you know, things like that. And then talking people into things, you know, he was always like pushing me. He like asked me to, he told me I could kiss a cab driver like 3 times. He's like, tell me you kiss him on the cheek. I was like, Dad, no, I don't want to kiss him.
He was selling you out.
Your dad was pimping you out.
For $1 million.
Africa.
Now everybody's got their price.
I want to say that you and your dad, you were great racers. I mean, you guys did everything right all the time, and luck was definitely on your side, but you guys were great.
Thank you. Well, no, he was
the edit loved you. The edit really loved you.
That's like a backdoor compliment.
It was realistic. It was good. No, they're great racers. I mean,
he was.
Nobody can compete without the males because 2 guys are really that strong.
They don't cast
Okay.
We're all sitting there. Well, you know what? But like yesterday in the cricket, okay, there was that detour. You could either play cricket or clutch it, right? And Art or JJ, whoever did that task, got beat by Rachel.
Yeah, that's what
they did the cricket. They got cricket, and Rachel did beat them. That proves my point that they're very competitive.
But also, it disputes your point about the male superiority with the physical type challenge.
Thanks for making me look that way in front
I gotta point that out
of our audience and our 600 or 700 people. Thank you.
I just ruined your credibility, huh?
You're right. Well, mind you, I would have done the rickshaw thing. And
you would have done which one? The driving?
The driving, the rickshaw.
Let's find out from everybody. What would you guys have done and why? Cricket or clutch it? Let's start with Lance because he's on my screen right now.
If I was with my partner who I love dearly, I mean, I wouldn't have put her in front of that cricket thing. They looked like they were throwing smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have had to do the driving with her. I wouldn't have wanted to put a female up on that thing, rough.
Jonathan.
I just, you know what I like is the driving aspect of it, and it would have been challenging. And I probably wouldn't have done that good trying to, swing at that ball. But, my theory in the race was wherever everybody went, I went the opposite way. No matter what it was, wherever the group went, so that I would be relaxed when I got there, and I wouldn't be, oh my God, they're to my left and my right. So that was most of the time.
They both took skill. Both those detours took skill. Usually you don't see that. Sometimes you see kind of a lucky one, and sometimes you see a real physical one.
Ray, which one would you have chosen?
Always, the more physical. I played baseball before, so cricket I would have chosen. But if I had to consider my partner with that, I might have changed my mind. So me, personally, I would have taken cricket. But considering us as a team, that would have been a tough call.
Yeah. Mallory, cricket or clutch it?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I usually let my dad pick because I didn't want to be responsible. So, I don't know. I mean, he definitely would have put me in front of like a... he's like, she's tough, It wasn't the danger thing, but I don't know. That's
the boy she never had, right?
Your dad's like, your dad's like, go kiss the pitcher. He'll get it right to you.
This is a good one for Justin. With Zev. I'm kind of curious which way he would go with this.
Yeah, Justin.
No brainer for us. We would have done cricket for sure. There's no way we would
have done. No brainer whatsoever. That's amazing.
Zev can't even drive a real car.
There you go.
I think he would have had a hard time with cricket.
They teach you though. They sat there and taught you. I mean,
not stick. I could barely drive stick, and he definitely can't drive stick. So.
I mean, those balls
look
like...
drive from what you're saying.
No, he can drive, just not stick.
Those balls didn't look like baseballs. They looked like those wooden cricket balls that you're supposed to roll on the floor.
Balls.
Yes. Oh, yes. They looked scary, but I think I would have probably...
Wait a minute. Didn't they give it to her? Like, didn't they show in the demonstration that it was supposed to go over the thing? And then it just kind of rolled up next to it.
And touched,
That was weak.
Is this the second week in a row, too, where the detours seem so close together that you could easily switch to the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I thought I could see over to the other field at one point where you could see the cars, but maybe I'm wrong.
You could definitely see like production more this season than like.
Yeah,
did you see how many lights and stuff? I mean, they really are going all out for. Like,
and I think that maybe some of it is trying to save on production costs too. If you have everything in the same location, the same general area, you know, it's got to be cheaper to do that than to spread it out that far.
Yeah. So actually, going back to the Bollywood dancing, and Rachel's comment about, I love Bollywood. I love all the glitter in the outfits. Let's show the clip of her whining again.
Television. Come on.
Come on, where's the clip? I need a clip. I need a clip for the fake tears.
I think we were
get emotional, which is going to mess up your routine. Stay focused.
Stop calling me emotional. I'm a girl. Of course I'm emotional. I'm frustrated.
You gotta love them. I mean, look at her. She's a train wreck.
Sweaty.
She's really a train wreck. I mean,
yeah, she is.
That appeals to you. That makes me laugh, John.
That's my point. It's just so funny. She's just so far out there that you wonder why they put her on television. And there's your
listen,
answer.
She's good TV. I agree with that. She's irritating.
You know why?
As a person, good TV.
This is a great advertisement for like psychological drugs. This is like a champagne cup or like a little psychological
this is your brain.
Your brain on drugs.
Yes, this is your brain when it's not treated for all your crazy like up and down bipolar fake tears.
I give him the credit. I'm sorry. He's calm, cool, collective. I don't care what they say about him. For him to put up with that is I would have killed her. That would have been it.
Well, what did they say about him? From Big Brother, what do they say about him? Because I kind of respect how he handles her. I don't know how he does it, and I don't know why he does it. Even more importantly,
the only way I would respect
I think that's the real,
and that would be the only respect I'd have for him at this point.
Ray, I think that's really the answer. Why is he doing it? It must be he's deep down. He really is the fame whore everybody says he is.
Exactly my point.
He's either deeply in love. He's either deeply in love, or he is a fame whore like that. But
yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with either one of them, in my opinion, as long as you admit it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a fame whore.
Just admit it. Exactly. I'm totally a fame whore.
I'm kind of
what's
shy.
that?
Who's shy?
Me.
No.
No, you're not.
I don't think anybody who's
that
on
is
this
such
show
a lie.
is shy.
You're not allowed. There's one rule of this chat. No lying.
I think
so are you a whore, Ray, or what? That's
I'm
the
a
question.
whore, yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll do anything for money and fame.
Okay, so, do you guys like how they preface the whole thing too? The last team to arrive at this pit stop may be eliminated. I love that when Phil does that.
It used to be will be eliminated until they got to season 5 or season, I think, no, it was race season 7, and then they changed it to may be eliminated after that.
Yeah.
I want you and my dad to play each other on race trivia.
He's an encyclopedia.
Awesome. Next week, we should have my dad come on, and we should have the trivia game between them.
Yeah,
be entertaining.
That'd be fun. Yeah,
I got my money on John.
Really
I like your dad too, but I've talked to him enough to know.
My dad
I can't get much past him on this.
Have there been more non-eliminations this season already than most seasons?
There's been 3. I've never seen 3.
I've never seen 3 either.
But you know, if you think about it, there are 4. How many legs left? And there were 5 teams. So like, if you counted it up, there had to be a non-elimination leg, or a not racing leg.
I figured there would be another.
One more. There's only 2 episodes left.
Wait, what was this episode?
Well, it doesn't make it. There's 5 teams, so there's this team, and then you're down to 4, and then you run for the money.
So you got 3 episodes.
3 run for the money.
3 run for the money.
Are you guys hearing that? If I play our chat right now, are you guys hearing it, or is it muted?
I don't hear anything.
Because I'm trying to watch the chat room at the same time, but I don't want to.
How many people are in the chat room?
There's 12,549 viewers. Can you guys hear that? Or is that music just me?
No, can't hear it.
I want to know what they have to say.
Let's see. Okay.
God, I want to know what their names are.
I don't even.
All of them.
Like,
all 12,000.
I'm hearing all.
I want to do a screen share.
Yeah.
Is Mallory's friend here today?
Are you guys hearing that music, or is that just on my thing?
I don't hear anything.
Okay, perfect then. So, because I want to be able to pay attention to that. Sorry. Is Rhino on Survivor 26? I do not know.
No.
That's not. I don't know. No, he's not actually. He's not here, but
he'd be lucky else. To do another show.
Whoa.
Woo!
I didn't mean that negatively. I just CBS very rarely sends people from one show to the next.
That's true. Well, they don't do it from Amazing Race. They do it from some of the other ones.
Yeah, right. You know? We're the ones who get kind of screwed because if we want to do Survivor, they won't let us do Survivor. I begged for years. Yeah.
So you send your emails to Lynn every cycle?
Oh, well, when I first came off the race, I called her. I called the president of CBS. I called the vice president. I used to go and do things and show up and, hey, what's going on? So,
when you're hot, man.
They finally said no. They because they would say maybe for years. They would say,
I think you would be great on Survivor, too. You'd be awesome for Survivor.
I wouldn't win, but I would definitely have a lot of fun.
So let's talk about, we talked about the driving. Back to Vanessa. I love her comments. They're just hilarious. She goes, oh, son of a monkey's uncle. Like, or son of a, son of a monkey's uncle.
I think they make a pretty good couple. I actually like them together, and I think that he's pretty supportive of her most of the time, and she's witty, and you know what? If they would just calm down a little bit, or so strong, in my opinion, that's who gets my money of winning this season.
Yeah, but I was watching on the next week's thing, and I think something happens to her. It looks like her Achilles tendon snaps.
Oh, really?
Yes,
really?
She's like
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Yeah.
It's like on the previews for next week. It literally looks like she just crumples to the ground and she's screaming and she's holding the back of her leg, and with the injury like that,
they can't keep showing Mark and Bopper crying every week, so. Did you one more thing on that? Did you even notice that the greeter was crying when they came up? She had the watery eyes. Did you even notice that? It was bugging me so bad.
I think we actually have a clip on Mark and Bopper. I love Mark and Bopper. I'm gonna have to go. You know what?
I'm going against.
Wait a second.
You gotta keep in mind.
The Pizza Boys was on season 5. That's
what were they, delivery men or what? What were they, Pizza Boys? I don't remember.
They were on season 5. They got eliminated because of an injury, and they were on season 5.
Lance is a Patriots fan, so it all makes sense.
Whoa, wait a second. I'm a Patriots fan as well.
There you go,
just
Justin,
so you know.
Thanks for your last show.
That's why he doesn't root for the underdog.
I'm a Browns fan, so I'm a glutton for punishment.
Justin, Michael Blanco said, or I don't know how to say his name. Sorry if I massacred that, but he says hello.
Justin. Nice.
Did Mallory see the you did for Kevin, the Stickum offline message on our TV zone.
What is
last week? The guy that sent in his video to you.
Yes, we saw it. Tell him thank you and hi.
He's listening, so
hi, Kevin.
Maybe since I do love Mark and Bopper, I love how they respect each other and kind of I want to play the clip of them just supporting each other.
Do they have wives? That's what I wonder. Do they have wives? Are they with each other?
Yeah, they have wives.
Are they with each other?
Let's watch this.
Okay, we're done good. Let's go home.
I'm not
gonna catch up, man. I can do it, man. I'm just sick. Let's go home, bro. Hey, give me a few minutes. I'm sick. I'm just very sick. We need the money, but listen. Let's go home, pack our ass up and go home. We give everything we have, man. You cannot give no more. We was given an awesome chance. We come here, we done our best, man. We come here friends, we're gonna leave friends, blood. That's it. You got Mark, Cash, and Tori didn't think of. You get there and have a heat stroke, man. What can you do for them? Nothing. And I'm that close.
I love them.
Sean, I think you misread it. When he said let's go home, he wasn't propositioning him. He was making
No, I understood that they weren't propositioning. It just, to me, I'd like to know if they have wives, if they're divorced, if they,
They do. They have kids.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
They need the money for them.
That doesn't necessarily mean that they have a partner. I mean, there's many.
There's a good question in the chat room.
3 different kids.
You know what? There's a good question in the chat room. It says, do you think production told Mark and Bopper to stay in when they were going to quit?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. I think that they talked about it, and that storyline really was coming forward. I think they scared him, and said, "Ooh, are you okay? You okay?" And then once they got him scared, then they talked him off the ledge to come back in.
Well, even more so, I wouldn't put it past them that this maybe not have been a flexible non-elimination leg, and this is who they want to keep on the race. That maybe someone else would have been eliminated.
I have to tell you something. I don't believe in flexible eliminations. I believe that they truly are. Okay. That they truly are put down in the books, because there's always a lawyer that's following the race around. And when I challenged that, he showed it to me just on my season. I don't know.
You challenged it for what? Who did you challenge it? On what basis?
Because we saw them come in, Hayden and what's his name? Who's going to kill me? But and they came in and they were like, and so we were like, hey, we want to see it, and they showed it to us basically. They because we were like, no, you just made that happen. That they should have been eliminated. They should have been eliminated. And he's like, no. And I made such a big deal about it that the lawyer came out and showed it to me.
Sorry, I'm laughing. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm reading the chat room.
It's all about good TV, man. You know
Lance is a conspiracy theory guy.
Do you Justin asked if there was favoritism. Let's go through this real quick. Yes. Mallory, did you? Yes. Kevin White wants to see. He said, Mallory, did you see the Facebook video of me? Yes.
It's a TV show for Mallory.
Inside joke. It's like the Mallory show.
Yeah.
It's like the Bachelorette.
Michael says, Kaylani, you and Justin are my favorites.
Oh, Ray, that's
kind of a slap to the rest of
us. Let's see. Do they have NEL when they fly to a new continent many times? I don't know what that is. What? NEL.
NEL. I don't know what NEL is.
Non-elimination leg?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good.
Non-elimination.
Great. Nice.
That's why he's an attorney.
Lance clearly cruises the chat rooms.
Woo. Somebody asked, what's that? Go ahead and answer that. Yeah.
What? Are there non-elimination rounds on every continent? No. Literally, there is a playbook that the lawyers run around with, and in that playbook is every roadblock, every detour, and every non-elimination
That's the biggest. That's the biggest. The biggest. I don't think they could have a floating non-elimination, because it would be such a conspiracy. So many people would have to be involved in that conspiracy.
But I don't know how it would be a conspiracy. Why couldn't they write it in that it's optional for this leg or this leg, and choose the best team to continue to keep on the TV show to make
a game like that? There's such a huge downside.
And also, the only person that can do that in reality television is Donald Trump. That's why I don't like Apprentice, because he's got an earpiece and they're telling him who to eliminate for that exact reason.
Says who?
What do you mean, says who?
Do you know that?
Yes, I know that. Yeah, I'm not just pulling this shit out of my ass. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not to eliminate Diana.
I actually set in stone, but I do think our season that they did change it at the last minute because they did a challenge wrong. And the reason that also, we know that there was no speed bump after it. There was nothing planned. And, I think it is set in stone, but I definitely think it's been changed.
I think they can have contingencies.
I think that people make mistakes. I think
there's nothing wrong with having contingencies. If somebody's a good viewer, if they're a good attraction for your season.
You're playing for $1 million. You can't be.
Yeah.
You can't
it's
be
a game show.
There's got to be
it's not about a TV show first. It's not about the $1 million who wins it. It's a TV show first, and how many viewers they can get to to watch.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if it got out,
let me. In the 1950s, they were literally they were accused of cheating, and they basically after that they came up with legal rules that are true, that are in effect today. I mean, they really are. I mean,
no, you mean like legal.
It's not cheating if you write it into that. If you maybe have a contingency that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I don't think it's impossible, and I think that if they really want to do it, they're going to do it. Like, if, you have an alarm on your car. If they really want to break in and take your car, they're going to take your car. Same thing. It's the same thing here. If they really want you, they're going to keep you. But it's not like Big Brother where, it's all happening behind closed doors, or, or The Apprentice where he's got an earpiece and it's like, boom, you're gone.
I think there's some things that they, as far as eliminations and stuff, they can't control, because if people quit and it was a non-elimination leg, then they got to do something. I know our season
improvise.
We didn't have a what do you call you back?
The U-turns.
Yeah, we didn't have a U-turn. We actually had one, but they U-turned the person who was actually already ahead of them, and there was never a U-turn put back on. So I don't know.
You know what? One of the interesting parts is when we went to Budapest, we had a two-part episode in 2 episodes, and it wasn't supposed to be that way. We were supposed to get to Budapest, and we were supposed to stay in Budapest, and it was supposed to be a non-elimination round. For some reason, something happened in Budapest, and they made it a continuation because the Bolo and Lori got stuck with the train closing down at 6 o'clock, and the last train left at like 5:30, so they had to spend the night there. So instead of everybody running to the mat, they made it a continuation, 2-parter, and I mean, that was the creative way of handling it. So I mean,
and I bet you that contingency was written into the legal paperwork
I agree with you. I'm not saying it doesn't happen like that, but I'm saying for the most part, there is a playbook that the legal department follows.
Speaking of Apprentice, I did meet Aubrey O'Day, and she's super sweet, by the way.
Did you meet Diana?
No, I met her.
Can you introduce me?
I think Carmen Electra was with her, actually. That's who I was talking to. And they were really sweet, honestly. Somebody put in the chat room at the end, do you think the choreographer was judging too harshly?
I think they don't even get to say.
What's that, Mallory?
I do, but I think that was the rule. I think that's what they were told to do. They have to do it exactly, and these guys get scared.
I've heard production actually yell at some of these type of people that they were being too hard. I know.
No way. We had the same situation, and they were rough.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they're consistent with everybody, I don't think it's that big of a deal. If you have different, criteria that some are being judged on, then it's a problem.
Yeah. Mallory, what do you think? Do you think they were too hard?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to see Mark and Bopper stay in there, so I kept
I actually think
I
think at the end, they might have even been a little lean. If you watch that last dance he did, but you might have been like, I don't know about that last few moves, buddy.
Do you think they gave it to Zev? Did they give it to Zev?
I think...
Was it a lenient call?
Here's what I'll say. I think Zev was doing it very similarly throughout. And I think you could have made a case... Because he had the steps down. He just couldn't put them together in like a smooth way, So...
Did you guys know what that was before you? I don't remember. I remember him doing it, but did you guys know from reading the roadblock what it was? Would you have taken that if you had to do it over again?
It said like who's shaking in their boots, but it said Zev had to do it. It said
Zev had to do it because it was the last I had done all mine.
Because Justin hogged them all.
Because you have to do equal amounts.
Can we talk about the editing? I mean, because everybody's like, oh my God, I really wanted Bopper to stay and Mark to stay. I mean, they tugged at our hearts the whole entire episode. And to me, it was, you could see where the editing was going. It was, right, it was like taking a dagger right through the heart of America.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, I think they really like that. And I think they really, that's how they act off camera too. And like
Mallory, the greeter was crying. The greeter was crying before they walked
up. I will say I saw a greeter cry.
That was all Phil was just sitting there.
That was the first time I saw that too. Back into the chat room.
Elimination coming? Did you guys know that was coming?
Yeah, I did.
Yes,
that's why I said about the I totally did.
It made him work too hard.
Did.
I only knew because Zev ruined it for me.
What? How did he ruin it?
Zev
told him.
I was watching on delay, and Zev texted me and saying elimination was bullshit.
You know what you do for Mark and Bob? Here's what we do. Everyone feels bad for them. Everyone just send them a buck, and let's just get rid of them next week. You know they're so far behind. They didn't even show a time. You know it's a joke next week. Everyone send them $1, and that's
no. I have a better idea. Let's get Rosie O'Donnell in on the act. He'll come out of the house, and we'll call it a day.
I feel bad that they're in that situation, but what happens is you just blow that up so many times, and it just turns you around. You don't not only don't you care about it anymore, you're tired of hearing about it.
It's all a TV show. I love it. I mean, without all of these forced issues, we'd have a very boring show.
It's forced too much, though. It's contrived. It gets to the point where it's more than forced. It's contrived. Right. A subtle take on that would have been more effective, I think.
But I think that's who they are. You know, Mallory's actually. I think that's really who they are. I think if we met them in the middle of nowhere, these two would be going at it the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so back into the chat room.
Okay, let's see the dance.
Michael, I'll show you that in a little bit. Michael says Kaylani needs to bitch slap Rachel. I'm not a violent person like that, but that'd be fun. It would be fun.
I'd actually like to see them have a conversation, just on live on the internet. Just hi, how you doing, and see where that went. That would
me and Rachel.
Yes, just have you guys have a basic conversation. That would be interesting. Remember the time that you were dancing and you tried to
do you remember the time we went to a bikini contest in New Jersey and you tried to pull the fake tears on me and I told you not to? Right. Yeah, that actually happened, by the way. So let's see. Evil Dick is not hosting. It was always kind of planned for me to eventually take over the show. Somebody asked about what happened to Evil Dick. Evil Dick does not enjoy watching this season of The Amazing Race. Specifically because of Rachel and Brendan. He just doesn't like to, he likes them as people, he just doesn't like seeing them on his TV.
You know what, I would like to know what season he did like.
Yeah, that's a good,
we don't need him anyway, Kaylani.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
And let's see, I want to see.
It does take up a lot of space.
Let's see. That was the funniest thing ever. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm trying to keep up. Where's my daughter? She is at home with my parents in Las Vegas. Finishing out school because she is doing amazing in school and she has her dance recital coming up. Let's see. I think was there one more clip that we had or no? I don't know. Let me see. I think we actually got all the clips played. Phil pauses. Let's go to the video mailbag.
I want to give a trivia to the audience, if they can hear me. So if you Twitter me, I'm going to give you a question, and the person who gets it right, I will send some type of a surprise to one way or the other. The question is, what season did they stop the fast forward going on every leg? That's a trivia question. So I'm very curious to see how many people Twitter me the correct answer.
On every leg?
On every leg. Yep.
They had a fast forward every leg?
Yep. And what season did it stop? I bitched about
season 5. Michael put season 5.
Well, you can't answer or you can't send anything now.
Yeah, right.
Oh! Everybody will get something.
Damn! Twitter me the answer, and then I will Twitter the answer when the show's over.
Jessica said 4. Somebody else said 3. Yeah, you got it. You're getting a bunch of answers in the chat room, actually.
Okay. Watch my Twitter, and I will send you the answer when the show's over at 7:15.
And then somebody else asked, why do I not talk to my partner anymore? Well, we had gotten into a big blowout, but you know what? We've actually started talking again on text and stuff, and everything's cool now with her. So just to keep you guys up to date with that.
Were you guys ever best friends? I mean, did you guys ever really like each other? Because you guys fight a lot.
Who? Me and Lisa?
Yes.
You know, we weren't best friends. Actually, I chose Lisa because it was kind of a friendship that I was giving another shot. She had burned me before, and it probably wasn't the best situation to bring in somebody that you're kind of giving another shot of friendship at. So it probably wasn't.
It comes across like that, by the way.
Yeah, so it probably wasn't the best time. Like, probably should have picked somebody that I was closer to, but you know, so somebody thought she was my twin. No, she's not my twin. So let's go to the video mailbags and see what, I know we have 3 video mailbags. And can we play the first one?
Michael Boncato here. My question is for Kaylani. Who would you not want to run the race with? Rachel or Vanessa? Thanks.
Ooh.
We already know the answer to that question.
Who would you not want to run the race with? Yeah. We know that.
Well, you know, go not by emotions. I'm going to keep my emotions out of this because I happen to not be the emotional one. So I'm going to say competitive-wise, like, Rachel would be awesome to compete with because I could slap her and just say, okay, get it together, bitch. Let's get this shit going. Like, where... You know, I don't know, but Vanessa would be fun because we would probably sit there and laugh at most of the things and like keep on making little snide comments to piss everybody else off. So,
I think you two would be entertaining because you're witty as well, and she is. I think you two would make a really good team.
You know, I mean, that's a hard one to choose. Like,
but reality television wants to see you with Rachel.
Yeah. Okay.
Or celebrity boxing.
Celebrity boxing. That's funny. Yes.
They're like opposites, you know, a shy one and one that's out there all the time.
Yeah. So let's, you know what, I want to know which one you guys would not want to race with. Let's start with Ray. You're on my screen first.
Who wouldn't I want to race with? Out of those two? Oh,
Vanessa or Rachel?
I couldn't stand being with Rachel. But I mean, I don't know what kind of person she is, but just her ways and the whining, I couldn't take that. I couldn't have that kind of patience. So easily.
Vanessa, your answer is Vanessa. You want to run with.
But
I would
rather race with King Joffrey from Game of Thrones than.
That was a very good episode last night.
You know what?
So are you picking? So Justin, does that mean you're picking Vanessa?
Absolutely.
I'm picking Rachel.
I'll take 3 Vanessas over.
Jonathan's picking Rachel. Why?
I like Vanessa. I think Vanessa's great. I think she's a great partner. But I think I would just want to sleep with her over and over and over. So, you know, and yes.
Rachel or Vanessa?
That's awesome.
With Vanessa. But with Rachel, she's just repulsing. So I would just, you know, we would just, the money.
Yeah. All right. So who did we miss? Lance, who would you want to run with?
I don't even know how to compete with what Jonathan just said. I mean, you know what? I'm not. I couldn't give the football pep talks. You know, I don't want to be the football coach in the locker room. You know, giving the Notre Dame speech tour every 20 minutes. So it ain't worth it to me. I'll go Vanessa, and I like her bitchy comments. I like
it too.
You know.
Yeah, Mallory.
I ran with that.
Your turn. You're up. Vanessa or Rachel? Who would you want to run with?
Run the race with? Do I have to pick one?
Yes.
Jog around the reservoir.
Yeah, run outside.
I mean, one of them.
Yeah, I like need my nose and my boobs done, so I don't know if I want to.
No, you do not.
Every defect you have, she'll call you out on it. So
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I need some height, so maybe Rachel. I don't know. They're both fun.
Height?
Yeah, I feel like Vanessa and I are both really small. There were things I couldn't do, like because of my size.
Credit due. She's a tank.
She's a what? A tank.
Yes.
Do tanks cry?
What was that?
I don't know what that was. Okay, so let's go on to the second video mail.
I wonder if they watch
Hey Kaylani and the rest of the panel.
No.
Question from New Zealand. Just wondering, do you ever think a country has been portrayed negatively on the race or not to its full potential? Cheers, that's all I want to know. Thanks guys.
Good question.
That is a good question. Hey, who wants to start off with that?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm going to say that we went to the Middle East and they made it look beautiful and charming. So I think that answers the question.
All right, let's go on to Mallory.
Back at the Middle East, though, I mean, Middle East was one of the nicest places that we went, nicest people, like, cleanest places, and I was surprised. I mean, you know, and I don't know. I mean, that's hard.
I agree with you. I say the same thing. I can't. If they made the Middle East look that beautiful, there's no way they can really make a country look ugly.
Well, I think it's hard to represent. It's hard to represent a country, in an accurate way because it's going to be skewed based on where you're at, and what the the circumstances and surroundings are at that point.
I feel like India is always portrayed accurately.
What's that?
India and Africa are always portrayed accurately. Europe in general is kind of just like whatever challenge, or Asia, just I don't know.
Justin, what's your take on this?
I think that the race is kind of a love letter to the world, and they really go out of their way to make everything look amazing. So
I love that. You know what? That's the best statement of the entire show.
And I like your statement about sleeping with Vanessa, Jonathan.
It was just honest.
So, Lance, is that your take on it?
Sleeping with Vanessa? No.
Yes.
No, I can't do that. I'm not allowed. But no, my take is similar to Justin's. I mean, I think it's the people. It's us as the racers. They want to make look a little goofy at the places.
They don't care
more so than maybe what we are. But they never. I mean, I know.
Lance speaks from experience.
Well, I know my frustration. I said some things about a certain country that I know didn't get on, and I thought about it after, and I was very happy it didn't get on, using the word hellhole at one point. So.
Right. Somebody was saying in Amazing Race Brazil, a team got carjacked.
What? Never heard that story.
No, I didn't hear that.
Brazil? Never.
You guys
heard that story?
We got accosted. We got accosted in Argentina.
No.
Is that are you the team that the like mafia in one of the countries like totally held captive? I'm not kidding.
Not mafia. It was in season 5. They actually put somebody in jail. They put Colin in jail. If you remember.
No, cab, right?
Not paying the cab driver.
I remember that.
Oh, I do remember that.
No, it was a story of something like they got into the cab, and the cab driver told them one price.
Right.
And then. All right. The cab driver told him one price. So when they got out of the cab driver upped the price, and they didn't have enough for that. So what happened was like all these like mafia people came out of nowhere, like surrounding them. You guys didn't hear this?
No.
Was this a Bob story?
Yeah.
Was it? You heard it?
Yeah. I think it was America's Next Top Model, though, wasn't it?
No, it was a race. It was definitely the race because they gave it to us in like our like not pre-shift but our pre-race
security rules. Briefing.
Yeah. Somebody had a dream that I was a bear. Justin, why are you dreaming that I'm a bear? Like, okay. So let's go on to the next video mailbag. Let's see what that's about.
Hey everybody, what's up? This question comes from Leo from Brazil, and my question this week is, do you guys think that challenge next week is a fast forward? And if so, who do you think is gonna do it? Also, I think Mallory and Gary should have won the Amazing Race and finished business. Thank you.
I agree with him, by the way. I think
I do.
Too.
Oh, you were so nice to me. That was really sweet.
We gotta go Justin and Sam on that season.
That's so nice of him, Tom. Thank you. I think there will be a fast forward next week.
You think there will be a fast forward next week?
There's already been one this season. No,
there's already third one. I don't know.
They usually do 2, usually not 3. Can I just say it one more time?
We had 0 one season.
That the game with the fast forward on every leg changes the game and makes it completely different. That 1 through 4.
Love it.
Just because you get to become, if you're a bottom feeder and you go for the fast forward, you get to go to the top, and it's a strategy. Every single leg.
Wait a minute, you said they should have a fast forward every leg?
It was.
It used to be that?
Yes, it used to be that way. Right now, the game that they play from 9
I never watched the show,
to present,
no,
it's a completely different game than from 1 through 4 and 4 through 9. 3 different games. When on the fast forward, you'd actually, if you were losing, you actually had a chance, if you were really far behind, to actually go and get to the top. And then all of a sudden you would jump from the bottom to the top and you'd start out in front. That was what attracted me to the game, that it had actually strategy to it.
But is this season the first time they've done 2? And I mean, I can't remember.
No.
Other than your season, other than what you're talking about.
No.
They did 2?
No, they usually do 2. 3
when they have it, they usually do 2 when they do have it.
So how many? Wait.
Suck, man.
So how many? There's like 2 episodes left, right?
Yeah.
That's what we determined. There's
there's eliminating 5.
2. There hasn't been the double elimination yet.
We haven't seen that. Wait, don't give it away.
No. I'm not giving it away. I don't even know if that's for sure.
No, I haven't seen a double elimination in a very, very long time.
Our season had it. Last season we had it. That's when Ethan and Jenna and Bill and Ron got eliminated. Was the double elimination.
That's true. Yeah. Now you're thinking about it. I can't imagine. I'm trying to think back. It's only 1 or 2 times that they've actually done that.
Because if there's only 2 episodes left and they only go to top 3, then there would have to be a double elimination.
Or an extra show. I mean, an extra EP. An extra show. So it could be 2 shows and then run to the money.
Okay. Let's see. Somebody said that in leg 6, Andrea and Luciana in AR Brazil got robbed and their car got stolen.
How did they know this? How does this person know this?
They looked it up.
Really? Tell them to Twitter to me the link, because that's the first I've ever heard of it.
Twitter, I think Crazy.
Is he referring to the Brazilian version of The Amazing Race? Is that what he's referring to?
No, they're saying in The Amazing Race.
AR Brazil.
They were in Brazil. They were in Brazil on an episode, and they got carjacked and other stuff stolen.
It sounded to me like they said AR Brazil.
That's what I picked it up too.
There is no AR Brazil, Ray.
No?
There is no.
Is that how it was worded, Kehlani?
What's that? Yes, AR Brazil. It said AR Brazil. So I don't know which one they are, but Crazy, if you could Twitter that to Jonathan so we can figure out what that's all about.
It wasn't our Amazing Race. There's no way that happened.
No.
We would have all heard about that, whether it was televised or wasn't.
Never happened.
If they got carjacked.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Is there any other announcements besides the fact that we want Mallory to do the next Around the World for free? So if anybody knows Probst, that we need to get her on the next Around the World for free.
Well, it's not Jeff Probst. Wait. It's not Jeff Probst who does it. It's Burton Roberts who does it.
Oh, is it Burton? Oh, okay. So if you guys know.
We all know Burton.
I mean, Mallory, I know that. If you want me to call him for you. I mean, do they even know you're interested?
No. Yeah, I've been talking to them.
Okay, so you know what? They're also I think they're going guy girl, and I'm not sure what the ratings were for Poverty, but if it was great, you got a good shot at actually being that character. In my opinion.
I thought Jeff from Big Brother was doing it this time.
No, he already did it.
Guy, then girl.
It went Alex, and then Jeff, and then Poverty, and now they're looking for somebody else.
Ah, okay. Anybody else have any announcements? Anything? So anybody? No. Going once, going twice? And Louis wanted to bring up I think Mallory, you were on Louis' show last night. The Rad Reality, is it?
Yeah.
And
cool.
So what happened? Share with everybody what happened on that. He wanted me to bring that up and share that with everybody.
It was basically like Vopper, just in Kentucky we have this thing, like we just get so thankful, we just can't stop talking, and he has it too. He's like, I'm just so thankful. My kids, they was crying because they thought their daddy was about to be out, but I told them it is okay because daddy ain't getting out, but the tears, like it was really special.
Oh man, you do that well.
Wait, who was that?
Bopper was on his show last night.
How come they can do that? That's cool.
No, but
no.
You know what? That's
it was just a phone call. It was just a phone call.
He don't care what they tell him to do. He's going to do it.
Yeah, bro.
Well, we know he didn't win the $1 million.
So, any predictions for next week on who goes home?
It's got to be Mark and Popper. Come on. They didn't even show the check-in time.
They're too far behind. They have to go.
Yeah. What else? Who else? Let's see who else. Ray.
I think they'll go to, again, they should have left twice already. So I think they're on borrowed time as it is, and they're way behind. They're going.
Okay.
They're
Mallory.
hurting. They're beat up.
Yeah, I think they may go home. I'm sad to say, but.
No, yeah. Justin.
Yeah, probably true.
Back to the chat room again. Crazy says Mallory is cute. Kevin White, super sexy.
Nobody thinks Lance is cute? Come on, look at Lance.
I do. I get some fans.
Crazy likes Lance too.
Yes. Crazy says Vanessa falls down and hurts her ankle. And then Justin says nope, and then they say Vanessa quits.
What? Well, I don't want to hear that. Don't be spoiling it.
I'm not spoiling it. I'm just reading
tell your
the
audience
chat
not
room.
to spoil it.
Hey, don't spoil it.
But usually when they show something like that, it's not as drastic as you think, but they want to throw you off usually.
Yeah.
If I wanted to know who win, I would read the spoiler boards. I actually really enjoy not knowing anything, because if not, I would not be interested in watching the show.
Right. Somebody asked, would anybody do the show Wipeout?
No. I wouldn't.
Nothing.
Anybody?
That is a boring, that's a goofball show.
I think that's an insult to us.
Exactly. Goofball show.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but I would want to do Dancing with the Stars. I would love to do that.
You'd be very good at it. Us with two legs wouldn't be that good at it. But it's $300,000 if you make it almost to the end. That's what, $325,000.
I would make it to the end.
Flight Time is doing a big petition to do that. I actually think he's going to go on it.
Really?
He's got like over 100 Flight Time.
Who knows if he gets on or not.
Well.
I root for him, but I don't think he's getting on it.
You don't think so? See, I kind of think he is.
I don't think so either.
Really? He was so good on it.
I think he would be good on it.
You would too, Kaylani.
Aw, thank you. Jonathan did Celebrity Fear Factor and fought with the host, Joe Rogan. Did this really happen?
Yes.
Well, the real story is that Victoria had to climb up on top of the alligator, and I was being very nice, and I was not doing the same Jonathan, and I said, we're going to lose, and we walked over, and Victoria went over, and because Johnny Fairplay was heckling her, Victoria went up to him and punched him, and he went flying over the embankment. And Joe Rogan went after Victoria, and he had an earpiece like Donald Trump, and they were like, now, instigate them. And so he started yelling at her. After about 5 minutes, I was like, okay, enough is enough. And he turned to me and he said, it's my show, don't tell me enough is enough. So I thought, well, great television moment, I'll step out. And I thinking the guy's not really going to hit me. So I stepped out and I said, enough is enough, back off, and trying to defend her. And he looked at me and he went, don't tell me to back off. And he sucker punched me. And the next thing you know, everybody went for him and then for me, and the producers came out, and I'm like, are we doing a show? I mean, what is the fuck is going on here? And everybody thinks that I actually instigated that. All I was doing was defending her, and again, because I was louder than her, it looked like I was the one causing the trouble.
And I never got a chance to ask you, did you guys talk about that afterwards? Did he apologize? Did anything Did you discuss it at all?
All shit hit the fucking fan for about 4 weeks. It went, I mean, legally? It was so bad that I actually won the car race, and they were supposed to give me $20,000, and it got so bad that I'm like, keep your $20,000, I'm going to the press, and just giving my side of the story, and because I went to the press, they didn't give me the $20,000.
What? That's crazy.
And I just tried to defend myself. And I, you know, I mean, we were going to go, but if you go and you look at it, it's edited where they don't show him sucker punch me. They just show him holding me like I'm doing something. And you know what? In his defense, he's a nice guy. I just thought he was going to make good television, and he just decided that he really wanted to go after the moment and really kind of sees me as this bad guy. And the producers, it's like Donald Trump. They had the earpiece, so you could hear when he came after me, the thing fell out, and you could just you could hear the malfunction.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Justin put, I would rather do Goofball, Let's Make a Deal. I actually did do Let's Make a Deal.
I love Let's Make a Deal.
I went just for fun, and I won the dance contest. That's how I ended up getting in there. So, let's see. I can't believe that happened. But you know what? Victoria wouldn't be the first person to hit Fair Play.
Fair Play?
Yeah.
She slugged him. She slugged him. He went over the embankment and flipped over himself. And I'm like, oh, shit. Now it's on. I have no idea. And I have to be in the middle of it now. I'm like, excuse me. People are always thinking that I'm getting aggressive with Victoria. I'm doing all this. I never hit anybody in my life.
Yeah.
Did you ever think of any legal repercussions against them or him, John?
When I went...
Did it get to that point?
Yes. Well, we all got into conversation about it, and everybody was like, you know, all legal and everything. Are like, look, you're on Fear Factor. What did you expect?
Yeah. Ray, were you there? Were you there at Vegas Bash when I got into it with Fair Play?
No, I heard about it though.
It was awesome.
And you're not the first or the last with him, but I would have loved to have seen that.
He was getting in my face, calling me every name in the book, and I just took him by his face at the Cosmopolitan and just like shoved him, and he went flying across the Cosmopolitan.
You know what? He's just unloyal. I like to think that I was a friend of his for a long time, but you know, when somebody turns on you to that degree, and let me just preference this by saying the night before we all went to dinner, I bought him dinner, and we all said we're not going to heckle each other. We're going to go for the win. And when we got there and he didn't do it, his loyalty and everything just went out the window. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
So Victoria and Kehlani kicked his ass.
Absolutely. Yes. Yep. That's about that's how we're going to sum this up. Yes.
Yes, we're going to sum that up. I actually got into a Vanessa little death match with my mouth and made him feel this big. He was so pissed off he jumped out of the limo.
Good for you.
All right, so we're just going to wrap this up. So thank you everybody that tuned in, and thank you everybody for being on the panel. Of course, everybody on the panel is always invited back, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye, Ray.